afternoon and happy homecoming. We are here for the 2012 Homecoming Parade. I'm Gloria Stone, and alongside me is Clint Logan. And Clint, you are dressed to tea and holiday stuff, and why is that?
Well, today, this year, the theme is holidays, and of course, we're going to be seeing a lot of different holidays represented in the floats and the banners throughout the entire parade, and I felt, what better way to show my holiday theme spirit in trying to get every holiday I could, as much as I could. We, of course, have the matching pumpkins for Halloween, a little bit of St. Patrick's Day. Everyone likes a little Hawaiian theme. It's not exactly a holiday, but we get into that summer, and of course, Santa. But we have a great parade lined up today.
We do, and I see you actually have a pink shirt, so you can say that's Valentine's Day or Easter, but we have many floats, a lot from the fraternities and sororities here. We also have the dance team, billiards club, and we also have clubs along the streets behind us here selling goodies. Did you happen to go glance at any of those?
I did. There were some great tables lined up, a lot of games going on, a lot of food, but I still think the best part's the floats. I love seeing the floats come out here today, and we have a good amount of floats that we're going to see from a lot of different sororities and a lot of different clubs. So it's going to be an interesting day. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got great weather out here.
It is great. It's beautiful. The sun is shining. We have Santa Claus coming, I hear, so it's going to be a fun event. So stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome back to the 2012 Homecoming Parade here at California University of Pennsylvania. My name's Clint Logan. Alongside me today is Gloria Stone. And Gloria, this parade getting ready to go underway, and our Grand Marshal, President Geraldine Jones, is going to be leading the way here today.
President Jones is leading the way on this beautiful fall day with many changing colors of the leaves. Just a great atmosphere for this homecoming parade.
And it is. She's up the street. You can see in the car there, right behind the public safety cars. And we'll see a lot here today in the parade, Gloria. Of course, everyone loves seeing the fire trucks come in. We're going to see a lot of floats and a lot of banners coming in too, and that's where a lot of the judging gets done, because of course it can't be a parade without judging of floats and getting winners and having winners chosen, and there's a lot of criteria, and we'll get to that later when we see the floats and everything. But you gotta love the part when they're just throwing out the candy too. That's what the kids love.
And there are a lot of kids here waiting for the candies, and don't forget we have marching bands here. We also have the homecoming candidates here before going up to Adamson Stadium for the crowning at halftime during the football game. But here she comes in her BMW convertible as the Grand Marshal here of the homecoming parade.
That she is, and again, just mentioning just how nice of weather we get here today. It's been cold recently, and finally just get a nice little forecast here over the university, and it should be a good day for the football game as well. A lot of homecoming festivities have been taking place throughout the week, and we've seen a lot of great activities going on. And of course, it always gets wrapped up today here with the parade and with the football game, and we get a lot of alumni coming back too, and that's what really fills this town. I know the town's been pretty busy here over the last couple of days.
Speaking of events, we had the hockey day at Ross Travers Ice Gardens, where we saw both the men's team and women's team pick up wins, and as you see, the fire trucks from California with the section champs of the 2012 baseball champions from California High School, Clint.
Yeah, you see them all sitting up there, and California, just around the corner, California High School. I know we're always down there covering a California football game, and they've recently moved into a new conference in football, and they've had some struggles here this year, but yeah, definitely the baseball section champs. And I remember playing California baseball team back when I was in high school a long time ago, but a very good, formidable opponent too. They've always put a good baseball team out there.
They really have. I saw them actually playing for the championship up at Consala Energy Park, but I have to tell you, if I was sitting on a ladder on a fire truck, I would be scared to death, because that's just one of things that I'm afraid of heights.
Well, I'm looking forward. Maybe we'll see a Dalmatian or so. That's what's usually associated with these fire trucks, as you see the California baseball players up on top. Now they're all sitting on the ladder here in the second California fire truck, and there is a plush Dalmatian inside the truck, but that's what I like most about fire trucks, usually seeing the Dalmatians go out.
They are, and as you see, Clint, here are former homecoming king and queens. First, we have Jamie Williams and Nate Dixon from the 2010 homecoming game, throwing out candy to the spectators.
My favorite was always Tootsie Rolls. I don't know about you. When everyone's throwing out the candy, and there's a lot of candy that gets thrown out at these parades, at every parade actually, but Tootsie Rolls, people overshot, they don't think about them as much anymore.
Yeah, Tootsie Rolls just aren't popular, as you said. My favorite was always gum, but as a little child, I always get it stuck in my hair or in my eyelashes. A pain to get out, but I always enjoyed the blowing the big bubbles.
As we see the homecoming 2011 too, you saw right before that, of Ashley Gill and Corey Strennan, as that was last year. And now we get into the homecoming candidates coming up for this year. And the homecoming court, it was a little bit different this year, as everyone was put on a court committee, and they were chosen on, I believe it was Tuesday, and they had to go up, and the court was actually figured out that night. There was 1 hour voting for students to come up to the Performance Center and put their votes in, and that's actually how the homecoming court became down to the final 5 for each gender. And we'll just figure out who our homecoming king and queen are today.
You are right. Sunday night they had, I believe, 15 girls and 15 boys going out, and then the Vulcan Royal Court was decided, as you see in the Mustang, Mark Wall and Bree as they go past.
Actually, assistant coach Annie McCoyak driving that car. As you see the second homecoming car that just went by, that was Andrea Marcolini and Seamus Hutchins. A lot of people on campus know Seamus for his singing and a lot of the videos that he's done. A very talented musician there. As you see Alec Bartlett and Miriam Mason, some familiar faces on our side.
They are. Miriam is part of CUTV as she waves up to us, and her escort, Alec Bartlett, who is part of the Armed Forces here at the ROTC program through Cal. As you see, they have a nice Camaro from C. Harper just down the road on 51 close by.
And there you see Vince Camini and Kellyanne Russell as they make their way down here on the parade route. And coming up right behind them, we'll see the Cal U Marching Band, which we're going to see a lot of today. We'll see them here on the parade route as well as up at the football game. Always put on a great show up there. And there's our last group here for the homecoming court. That is Jasmine Telly and Rodney Edwards. So out of those 10, 2 are going to be crowned here today. And I know there's been a lot of voting going on, and it's going to be a close race.
There has been a lot of voting. It has been the same after the Vulcan Royal Court was decided. You could go online through SAI to vote for your homecoming king and queen. And what I love about the marching band here is the alumni that come back to participate. So why don't we take a moment to listen to them playing Green Day, Holiday. A very nice performance from California University's marching band. As you said, Clint, they will be performing this afternoon at the football game. You'll see CUTV's own Catherine Liberfinger making her way down here with the color guards.
Yeah, I don't know if you were ever in band down in high school or not. I know I participated in many parades as a part of my high school band back at Burrell, and It's always a fun time. That was one of our favorite things, actually, because we marched in parades, of course, during our hometown for Memorial Day and such, and we've always performed at the football games. But, you know, the fun part was always going to Kennywood to go march. We love going to Kennywood because we go down there once every single summer, and then we actually had the privilege to go down to Disney World. So when you march in those parades, it's fantastic.
I totally agree. I was in the marching band in high school as a Raiderette from Uniontown, and we also did go to Disney World and Kennywood, and it's a fun time enjoying everyone watching you and participating in something more than just a band room performance.
Yeah, one of the more difficult things, you try and remember all these songs while marching, and you're going down, and especially on those hot days, it's not fun. They're probably happy with the comfortable, cool weather here today. It's not too hot, not too cold. Perfect for a nice evening parade here. As, yeah, you're right. It's great to see all the alumni back, too, because it even makes the band look even bigger. And California's got a great-sized band, and you can definitely hear it when they're on the football field.
Yes, you can. We were actually watching this past week. They were participating in the Allentown Band Festival out east, and just a wonderful time. You can see that their director spends a lot of time practicing and making them the best they can be, but they'll be performing a fire theme for their halftime show during the Cal Lock Haven game at 3:30. It begins.
And you always see them practicing up at right up outside Adamson Stadium. And I know a lot of people that live up in Vulcan Village definitely hear them practicing during the day. So if you try and take an evening nap after some classes, it may be difficult, but that's also why the band sounds so good every single year in and out. As you see a little train going here throughout the parade route. They've actually been giving train rides to children throughout the day before the parade started, and I know a lot of kids were down there having fun.
They were giving train rides. You saw them coming up and down every 5 minutes. It seemed like Radio Disney was here across the street performing a show for all the spectators here. A lot of clubs and organizations have booths along the sidewalk here with food, refreshments, t-shirts, candy. And now it looks like we're getting into the fun part, your favorite part, you said, the floats. And Clint, there's many criteria that the judges look for to pick their favorite floats. So what type of criteria are they actually looking for?
Well, they are looking for a lot, and it is a holiday theme. This first float we take a look at is Acacia and Delta Zeta, and they're judging it on 3 different categories. The first is theme. They want to make sure that the specific float they have, the theme is related to the homecoming theme, and each individual float must promote school spirit. As you see, they have their Acacia and Delta Zeta, and they definitely capture the theme, I think, here with Christmas is the theme that they decide to go with here, and how well the theme's carried out. And then the second category is beauty. They want to see that color coordination, and you see a lot of colors here. We're also seeing a Mrs. and Miss Santa Claus and Santa Claus up there dancing and putting on a good show for all the folks. And then the third one is originality and just imagination, how unique it is. And you see some moving parts on this float as well. So a great float by them.
It was a great float. I think they captured it with Rudolph, the tree, the sleigh. They made it a cow with the cow name on the sleigh. And then they also had elves, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Just altogether a great float, which you could tell took a lot of hard work and effort in perfecting the colors and theme.
As you see some more parts of the parade, the Brownsville ambulance service come in, and of course all the candy waiting for everyone to come. And here comes Miss Pennsylvania 2012.
She is from California High School. CUTV actually did an information video. Brianna Marie Lankowski, as we see you drive past. A nice sign welcoming alumni, families, and children, which homecoming is a great event where you see a lot of alumni come back and see the changes that happen to Cal, because let's be honest, there's always new buildings popping up. A wonderful growth throughout the years.
Cal U for life has been the motto that we've been used to and put on display here again today. As now we see some California high school, some homecoming coming through there. The homecoming queen actually this year, Emily Wilson, as she drove by. And you also see some of the homecoming court there, Emily Sabo and Natalie Barron driving by. Always gotta like the cars too that they drive in. Always fancy, nice convertibles, Mustangs. That was one of the reasons I always wanted to do homecoming. I never did, but I just wanted to ride in a nice, fun car.
Well, Clint, maybe after we'll ask to take a car and drive around up to Adamson, and you can wave to all the spectators walking up to the football field. But I must say, there are a lot of Mustangs and a lot of BMWs and a lot of Jaguars, but personally, I'm a Jeep type of girl, and I like going outdoors in a Jeep where we see one of the homecoming court nominees from Cal High go up in her Jeep.
You don't see Jeeps too often. It's always the convertible. It's always just the open top like that. But yeah, you're going to see someone come in down in like a Ford F-250 or something. That'd be interesting to see. I would enjoy that. As now you see our second band coming up following the California University band. It is the California Trojan band here for the high school. So let's take a listen in on them.
Lovely performance from California High School. Clint, we actually saw them, I believe, the third or fourth game of CUTV's high school football, and we see them on your show, High School Roundup, but a great performance from them as we see Roscoe Fire Department come by with their fire trucks. Lovely white color. You don't really see that much.
Now you're used to seeing the red, and we've seen some yellow here before. Maybe we'll see it again today, but yeah, the white fire truck. And then we're seeing our first banner here today, as there's a lot of criteria going on with banners too, and we have 5 banners in it today. And this one is the BSU Club Black Student Union. As you take a look, they're capturing a lot of themes there. You see the Cupid, Christmas, and Halloween, and then you see some fall, some snow, and they're trying to get a good score today as well.
They do, and I think they picked up on the theme, the beauty, and the originality very well. You saw them incorporate your Christmas, your fall season with Halloween, and Cupid, which we really haven't seen anything Valentine's Day besides your red shirt you're wearing, but other than that, it's the first look we have of Valentine's Day.
That it is, as we're going to get another float here as well, and you get some more moving parts. It's always moving parts, and that definitely makes your float stand out more. And I'm not sure, maybe, I believe it's a reindeer on the front, I'm not sure. Maybe a dragon, I wasn't sure. It could be a dragon, maybe the Chinese New Year, maybe representing that. You see Hanukkah, Christmas up there. Definitely going for a Christmas theme, as you have the dog down there too. And that is Phi Sigma Pi's homecoming float. Again, those are being judged, up to 3 to 5 judges here for a homecoming, and they're all taking a look at these floats individually. They're actually judging them up here outside of Azorski building where we're currently at.
They are judging, and by the looks of this, they capture the theme of December, I would say. You have the Chinese New Year with the Komodo dragon, with some movement to the head, not as much movement to the Acacia and Delta Zeta float, but you have that priority there that they're judging on. You also have Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, snowmen, Santa, and you also have someone walking on stilts over there, and a dog. So overall, I think they're enjoying the parade.
Definitely a good float by them. And then you see the West Brownsville Fire Department and the fire trucks coming in through there. And I know a lot of the kids love seeing the fire trucks come up through here. I know when I was working at a daycare program, I actually took them all over just to see the fire trucks as a field trip. And it's definitely a fun thing when you're younger just to see how big these trucks are really up in person, see all the components that really take place, especially on the side of those, and all the hose valves and everything. It's difficult to run those things.
It is very difficult. My friend actually is a volunteer firefighter, and he was trying to get me to do an episode of my show trying to learn how to do that stuff, but it just didn't work out. But as you said, field trips to the fire department, a lot of younger children actually get the chance to do it, and it's just great for them to have that opportunity to know what it takes to save someone's life.
And that it is, as we're seeing another float. This one's a little bit different themed. It's not really Christmas themed. It's actually a little bit of a Halloween theme, and that's what they go for. And you gotta like the Stonehenges on the front. They're saying "Rest in Peace, Lock Haven" for the football game here today, and very creative, if I do say so.
It is very creative. They have the caskets there with skeletons coming out. It's a great way to incorporate your football game with "Rest in Peace, Lock Haven," which rumors have it that Cal has a great chance of winning today's game. But yeah, we saw two floats with the Christmas and December theme, and you see a skull inside just circling around. Great artistic skills and great theme, if I must say so.
And I believe that is the Alpha Kappa Lambda and Phi Sigma Sigma float. And yeah, just the spinning skeleton inside too. I enjoy that component. And definitely, it's not as colorful, of course, because of Halloween. You want to get those dark pomps that they have on there. And actually, yeah, you're seeing the breast cancer awareness as well there on the O and Halloween on the side. So another good float here. Already 3 good floats that we've seen in this parade.
We have. And as you said, the color theme, I think they went with originality the most, which is one of our criteria, because most people, when you think of Halloween, they think of pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, skeletons, but overall, just a great float.
That it is you see when a lot of kids get to be in the parade too, it's a big thing for them, as we're getting some t-shirts thrown up. And Glory, that one almost came near us, but no t-shirts here today.
I was trying to get a t-shirt there, and he wasn't having it, so we'll move on with some more Jeeps. As I said, that I enjoy them, but we see another banner, which is the Japanese Animation Club, capturing holidays in the Japanese culture. And a very nice, constructive banner. It's very clean, Clint.
Yeah, it is. It's very well put together, and definitely incorporating what the club is all about and into this theme. So another great banner. That's the second banner that we've seen so far. And again, that one may be one of the front runners in the banners category here today.
Yes, I would have to agree. They are looking for theme beauty and originality. And I think so far, all our floats and all our banners have captured all 3 criteria, so I'm sure the judges are going to have such a hard time deciding.
That they have. They definitely have a difficult decision on their hands, as you see some of Brownsville's fire trucks coming through, and always loud during the parade, always got the sirens going. But for today, it's actually good to hear the sirens. Any other time, you never want to hear the sirens going, but for the parades, it's always a great thing. And again, the kids definitely love it.
Yes, I would say the kids love it, but some people hate them. They hate the sounds of fire trucks. But you know what? We saw a lot of Brownsville, West Brownsville. I'm wondering if Hiller's going to come out, because I think our director, Gary Smith, may come and ambush it. But a lot of fire trucks from the surrounding areas, as we see more homecoming candidates coming through our way.
Yeah, we do. Is some junior attendants, Julie Seeley and Casey Turpin from, I believe that is Brownsville's actually. It is. And Peyton Ferguson in the next one. And then DD Studio of Dance in Brownsville. I know we've seen them here in the past, so all the kids get to have fun out there. All the dancers get to have fun throwing some candy out. It's always fun to be in a parade.
It's always fun. They look like they're enjoying it. They have a patriotic theme with red, white, and blue with their studio hoodies and t-shirts on. And actually, Candy Apple's Kathy from Dance Mom was actually at their studio a few weeks ago, so I'm sure they had a fun time with that and getting ready for their recital here within the next couple months.
Yeah, Candy Apple's definitely being one of the more popular dance studios around the area, at least out in Ohio. But I know you and our director Gary Smith are big fans of the show, especially here in Pittsburgh area, as you see South Brownsville fire truck and respondents coming through. And we're going to get the West Green Band coming up here now. This is our third band here in this parade.
It is our third band. It is the Pioneer Band, located in Rogersville, Pennsylvania. As they come up, it's a small band, so let's give them a listen.
Not huge in numbers like you said, but still powerful in sound. A good sound coming from the West Green Band. You see a lot of brass instruments in their band, as it looks like we're going to be getting a very enthusiastic group for this next homecoming float.
They are very enthusiastic as they are chanting Happy New Year. So that is their theme, as they have Times Square on their float with the ball coming down, listening. They are very enthusiastic, chanting for all the judges here.
That they are, as you see the ball rising for New Year. It's not quite 2013. We are getting closer, but a good variation in colors. You definitely want to see that when you're talking New Year's, and you see all the different colored palms, a lot of them thrown in. That stuff takes a long time to put in, especially when you're trying to put each individual pomp into the chicken wire around the side, as that's how they are constructed. And this actually rises. Look, the ball drops on that, as there is your moving part on that. Is it enough moving parts? We've seen some homecoming floats have more here so far today, but that was pretty fun. They did it right in front of the judges, and they had everyone chanting the countdown.
It was very fun, and you know what? Sometimes less is more. You have the simple ball dropping. It's very festive, as you said, a lot of colors. And what I love about homecoming here is you go past all the sorority houses and fraternities, and you see the creativity throughout the days, and it's just a lovely time here at Cal.
That it is now we're seeing some Stockdale Fire Department with the California High School cheerleaders. A lot of California High School being represented, that it is every year, and we always thank them for coming down and being part of the homecoming festivities.
It's always nice being located by a university, because it gives you that chance to see very nice parades, theater productions, football games, and to give you a chance to do something more than just your little high school organizations.
There we see Washington County Commissioner and State Representative there. As you see on the screen, Peter Daly, the representative, very nice man. I've actually talked to him a few times here. He's located actually right here in town, right on Wood Street.
He is a very nice man. We actually air his show here on CUTV, as you see him walking, I believe with his granddaughter, very cute in her pumpkin outfit. But now we have the equestrian team from California with their Halloween banner, very festive, very well thought and organized with their pumpkins.
Yeah, it is. They actually have some ghost hanging from the bottom of their banner. So nice to see that. And then, again, another great banner. We're seeing some great banners put on. And here we go into the our next float. And this has got to be the most moving one that we've seen. And I kind of enjoy this one. I think this might be a front runner for a winner, Gloria.
I would have to agree with you, Clinton. It is from Alpha Sigma Alpha and Fiji. As you see Halloween, they have a pumpkin. They incorporated actually all the holidays with the pumpkin for Halloween, the rainbow with a pot of gold at the end for St. Patrick's Day, a Christmas tree. You have a masquerade mask. Overall, I would have to agree with you, Clinton. This may be our top float today.
I think it is. Just that spinning pumpkin puts a lot of time to get that going, and especially all the pomps in there. Again, great use of color throughout. It captures the theme perfectly, and it highlights a lot of holidays going on there, as they're very happy with it. I'm sure the judges are very happy with it as well. You just see all the hard work gets put into this, and it really shows on this day.
I totally agree with the hard work. The judges look like they're enjoying it, just like the spectators alongside us here. But I would have to say, they incorporated all the holidays, unlike most of the floats. So overall, just a great float.
Absolutely, as now we're seeing Froggy come in, 94.9, the radio station, is Froggy in his mascot outfit there. Everybody loves Froggy in this area. And now we're getting another band. This is the Brownsville area band. We saw them in our game earlier this season between Brownsville and Burrell. And let's see what they got. Let's give them a listen. There by Brownsville, and good to see them again here for the second time this year, as it looks like we're going to see another banner, Gloria.
We are seeing a banner, and I would just like to say good job to the Brownsville Marching Band as they play a selection from the Blues Brothers. And here we have a nice banner from the Inter-Residence Hall Council. Very fall with the changing of leaves, the nice trees with the orange, yellows, red, basically what everyone loves about fall, as they come down with supporting their homecoming candidates with a t-shirt, very festive.
And they captured the Harbor Day holiday area, so a nice job by them, as you see a nice Duke buggy come in, actually a very stylish one, and Grindstone Fire Department coming in here, as Grindstone not located too far away, actually right out near Brownsville area.
It is actually located where the Brownsville McDonald's is, where a lot of college students go because that is the closest McDonald's here. And I would have to say we have a lot of white fire trucks, as we see your Tiny Miss Mid-Mon Valley, Sydney Coleman. We have the H&R Block. And Clint, surprisingly, Hiller is here. Hiller Fire Department is coming down. I'm sure our director is thrilled to see his hometown and community supporting a great homecoming parade.
That they are, as we are getting into our next float here. And this one, very patriotic theme, as it's being pulled by the California Army Navy Surplus van, and they actually have maybe a t-shirt shooter, it looks like, possibly. I'm not sure, but a very patriotic and very 4th of July and moving float.
I would have to say that it's one of the best themed floats here. We have, you could either go Memorial Day, Veterans Day, but overall just very, very moving with the graves, the soldiers paying tribute, and you see the dance team performing here for us.
Yeah, this is the float being put on by the TEAC Club, dance team, and billiards club, so a lot of different clubs getting involved on this one. And yeah, there is a lot of things going on to this float, and a lot of great colors again. And I think right now, from the last 2 floats we've seen, it seems like those are 2 that stick out the most.
I would have to agree with you. The one from Fiji and the one from these 3 organizations here, they are handing out t-shirts, but overall just a moving and a well-thought float here.
That it is, and they do have a t-shirt cannon, and they put that on display there. Now we see the Ritchieville Fire Department making their way down the parade route. And again, that's what we see a lot of, is the fire departments. And we appreciate them coming out here and joining in on the homecoming parade, and thank them for everything they do in all the surrounding areas and all the fire departments and respondents.
It's very nice to see them actually enjoying themselves here, other than going out to fighting those fires. It's just great to see them take their time and enjoy themselves here at the parade. And overall, I'm a little upset we haven't seen a yellow fire truck. We saw a lot of white ones, red ones, but no yellow.
We do still have time, and not actually sure what we're seeing here, but it's a nice part of the parade as well, as we come up to our next float here, and it looks like we're looking for a little bit of a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, Gloria.
I would have to agree. You see the leprechaun, the clouds with the rainbow, and the pot of gold as you put on your shamrock tie in support of St. Patrick's Day. And as you saw before, the people walking with their costumes, they were actually through the theater department handing out their upcoming schedule for the year. So
that they were, as this is the float put on by Theta Psi and Alpha Sigma Tau. As not many floats left here. We do have one coming up, I can see up in the future or past there, but again, a nice job, good incorporation of the palms, making the rainbow on this float, and nice leprechaun as well. So a lot of creative designs that we have here in the university. Here is East Bethlehem Township Fire Department in Fredericktown area.
And now Blaze is making his way down here, waving to fans with the rest of, I believe,
it looks like we have the Teak fraternity in here too. And a float coming up from up there. And of course, we see Blaze, and we'll see Blaze later today as well at the Vulcan football game, with every home Vulcan football game. And Gloria, this float, it's a little interesting. Looks like a cactus. Cinco de Mayo is actually the holiday they're capturing, something we're not used to seeing.
It is the 5th of March for those who do not know Spanish, one of their most, 5th of May, excuse me, one of the most popular holidays there in Mexico. And as you see, just the cactus wearing the sombrero, it's just overall a great float and a very unique one. No one would ever think of doing a Cinco de Mayo one. Everyone's doing Christmas, fall, but overall, I love this float.
I do too, and the taco on the front's making me a little bit hungry up here. I wouldn't recommend eating the taco, mainly because it's made of chicken wire and palms, but a great float nonetheless. Not a whole lot of palms on the top part of that. I don't know if that may come back to hurt them or not. There's definitely a lot of great themes that we've seen, as now we have the Denora fire truck moving past us, and here comes Santa Claus in some well-represented and costumed holidays. So now we're getting all the different holidays as people dress up and walk down the parade route. And actually, that's the ending of the parade route.
It is. I wouldn't say it's the ending yet, because we end with the Vulcan Flyers here, our transportation around campus. As you see, SAB throwing out t-shirts, well representative of all the holidays. A very, very festive time. Overall, it's been a great time down here.
It absolutely has. And Gloria, again, like I said coming into it, I knew one of my favorites would be the floats. They didn't disappoint this year. Some great floats, some great banners out there as well. A lot of creative designs, a lot of people incorporating some great themes, and it was just another fantastic parade. We love the parades up here, and
we don't get to do a lot of parades,
no,
like you said.
We get the homecoming parade, and we really enjoy being out here. We enjoy the great weather. We enjoy everyone out here helping make today possible for us, and everyone on our cameras working in the truck. And again, just couldn't ask for a better day out here.
You couldn't. And this is about it for our homecoming parade coverage, but you can check out the homecoming football game here on CUTV. We would like to thank everyone. For Clinton Logan, I'm Gloria Stone. Have happy holidays and a great afternoon.